Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. This is my weekly weigh-in video. I'm going to talk about how my week went and then talk about any challenges that I expect to face this coming week and talk to you about how I plan on tackling those challenges. So it's very early, so I apologize. It's a little bit dark, probably a little echoey. I don't know. Is it me? Does it seem like when it's like dark outside, it seems like it's like, I don't know, quieter, I don't know. Anyway, so this was my third week. I just finished up my third week on WW, kind of like my reboot, because you guys know I did it years and years and years ago. It was very successful, as everybody keeps reminding me, which is funny because I didn't even really think about it until I reopened my app, restarted my account, and I had my old weights on there, which I removed because I didn't need I needed the motivation as I went along. And if I would have kept my same weights in there, it would have still said plus, because I did get down pretty low when I was on WW before. The only reason why I had quit it before, if anybody wants to know, is mainly the cost. I didn't want to keep paying for it. Also, I just felt like I was in a rut. I lost my excitement for it. But I also feel like I could have done better as far as to keep my excitement. And I kind of know that now. When you step away from something and you go to something new and it's so exciting, and then you go to something else new and it's really exciting, and then you realize you're circling back to what you know and love. And that's where I'm starting to really think about WW. Like, I'm being reminded of all the things that I loved about it. And I probably could have just stayed and stuck with it if I would have instituted some other tools into it. That make any sense? I don't know. Anyway, but I do keep getting reminded by everybody how well I did before. But I also have had some people, like my friend Krista made a comment that she is noticing how excited I am about this plan. And I am. Even still 3 weeks in, I am really excited about it. And it's not anymore just because it's new. Because, I think we all know it's like anytime you start something new, it's just, you just get that big like rush of motivation. But this is continuing, and I can feel like this is something that I can continue to motivate myself by doing it. Why? Mainly because of the community. It is so amazing. Like, even people who quit WW like I did and they still haven't gone back to it, there's still like a level of community within those people, because even though they may have gone on, and most people I feel like have gone on to just like do tracking their calories and their macros and whatnot, but they're still involved with the WW community on like Instagram is what I'm talking about, where they're still interacting. They still, their food is still something that I can get inspired by. And that's one thing I don't have any issues with, is I can take any recipe and make it friendly to whatever lifestyle I'm eating. So I did that when I was on keto and low carb, and I can do it when I'm on WW. So that's also renews my excitement a little bit, but I feel like I have a lot more, what is the word? It's a lot easier to do it with WW because there's just more possibilities, and you can really fit it into your plan a lot easier. And like this week is a perfect example. So I found, like, I had, for some reason, it's weird on Pinterest, like different recipes will pop up on your Pinterest board, and just for some reason tons of like curry recipes were popping up, and there must have been like 4 different ones. And then I saw one from Skinny Taste, so one of those was one of the ones that popped up on my Pinterest board. And I really had never had curry before. I've had like curry like in the jars, like I bought like the jarred ones, which was excellent, but I really never made it like from scratch. And there was just like all the recipes were different, but the Skinny Taste one had potatoes in it, which with the recipe that was posted on there, normally potatoes would have made it a lot higher points, but because potatoes are free on my plan, that whole dish was 1 point, because the chicken and the curry, the chicken and the potatoes were 0, the vegetables were 0. The only thing I had to count for, I think, was the coconut milk was the only thing that was counting points for, I used like coconut milk. Or no, actually, yeah, because that was 1 point for that, and then I had it with a half of a cup of brown rice, which was 3 points. Anyway, so that was excellent. That was such a good meal, but it definitely was easy to make it WW friendly, because even if I hadn't seen the skinny taste one, I would have still substituted the light coconut milk for the full fat coconut milk that were on all the other recipes, and it still worked out good. Like, I was a little worried because on the other recipes it said if you don't use full fat, it's not going to be very thick. I had zero issues with it being thick. I just simmered it longer. But before I put the potatoes in there, I just simmered the sauce for a very long time and let it reduce down naturally, and that's all you have to do. And you just simmer on a super low heat, and I just let it reduce down till it was nice and thick, and then I added the potatoes, and I didn't want the potatoes get really mushy. That's why I didn't want to simmer it with the sauce and everything, but it came out really good. So I didn't need that thick full fat coconut milk. The light worked just fine. So I don't know, I feel like there's just so many possibilities with so many recipes, and I'm feeling really excited about that. I'm also just, like I said, the community is so great. Like, I know I can pop onto Instagram and there are just so much support and motivation, and I'm getting so many comments on my posts, and just so many people just reaching out, and it's been great. It's been really great, and that is 100% motivating. And the thing is, that's the kind of motivation that doesn't go away, because those people are always there. So it has been fantastic. I mean, I don't know, that definitely helps motivate me. So this week was great, except for I did not do what I said I was going to do, and that was work out more. I have been doing terrible on the working out. I only did it one day this week. I have zero excuses. Like, I have a bike right here in my bedroom that I can just hop on as soon as I get out of bed. There is zero excuses to do it. I really want to walk outside, but right now it's too dark before I have to leave for work. I have to leave so early for work. Well, I have to be to work at 7:30, but it's still not very light. We have no sidewalks on our roads. Our roads, the people drive very fast and they don't pay attention. It's just, it's a little bit dangerous if it's not light outside. But this coming week, so today's Friday, and this is my last day of work, and I don't have to be back until March 28th. So this next week, I think I'm going to take advantage of that and do some walking rather than just only doing biking. Hopefully that walking will just get me, if I do it every single day, it'll help me get into the habit of getting myself to exercise again. I think it's supposed to rain a couple days, so on those days I'll just do my bike, but I'm hoping I can get out and do some of the walking at least a few of the days, just to get some fresh air and all of that. But this is also going to make a challenge for me next week, being off of work, because the 2 days a week that I work from home, so I work 5 days a week, but 3 of the days are in office, 2 of them at home. Those 2 days are the hardest for me. Now granted, they are, like, Thursday is my weigh-in day, so that's when my points reset. So it's okay that Thursday and Friday are kind of the 2 days that if I did go over my points or use weeklies, it's okay, because, it's at the beginning of my week. But I feel like it's just it's just hard. It's a struggle, though, for me to stay, to track for one thing and to just stay on track and not want all the things. So it's going to be even harder this next week having that many days off of work. So I have this entire weekend plus all next week plus the weekend after that I have to, try to rein it in. Now, one thing I do have going for me is that I am going to stay really busy doing a lot of deep cleaning, spring cleaning, decluttering, and which I will be filming all of that. So I think I can keep myself busy, but on the other hand, that'll be another challenge for me, because when I'm so busy like that, staying busy, I don't tend to have my 3 meals a day, and that's when I tend to binge at the end of the day. So I'm really gonna have to figure out a way, and I think what I'm going to do is set a timer on my phone every day. So just around the time that I want to kind of keep a regular schedule. So the time I normally eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm going to set a timer on my phone for it to go off to remind me, okay, whatever you're doing right now, stop, eat something, and then move on. And another thing I'm going to do, which in the past I have not done, is I'm still going to do my regular meal prepping, or just do some sort of meal prepping. I don't know if I'll actually prep meals. I kind of have an idea of something I want to do. But I will be prepping, which a lot of times I did not do when I used to go on spring break or winter break, because I was off and I thought, well, I can just make whatever. I don't have to have anything prepped. But I think in this case, I'm going to still do that. I'm just going to pretend that everything is normal, except for the fact I don't actually have to go to work. So that is my plan. I think if I set that timer on my phone to go off, and I'm just going to do, like I said, every day next week, and then get my I've already set a timer for my walking and biking. I already have it set for 5:45 in the morning to remind me I need to do it. The other challenge is I have a wedding on Saturday to go to. My boss is getting married, so it's exciting. So we're going to go to that wedding on Saturday. So that'll be a little bit of a challenge. Me and my husband are going out to dinner tonight for our date night. We haven't had one in like 2 months. So we're going to do that, which I don't plan on, I plan on using weeklies tonight. So tomorrow at the wedding, I think I'm just going to be super careful about what I have. And then Tuesday, I'll be traveling up to the town where there's Trader Joe's. So I'm going to go to Trader Joe's. So that day I plan on meeting one of my sons for lunch when I go up there. So, I mean, there's just going to be some things. So we'll see how this week goes. It's kind of a bummer. It's like the last week of March, where I may, maybe I'll just maintain. That'll be my goal next week, is to maintain through some of these like special occasions that are coming up. But I feel like I can fit them within my day, because if I know like tomorrow that I have that wedding to go to, then I know the whole rest of the day, like the beginning of the day, I just need to stick with maybe 0-point foods, get my protein in. That way I'm not like binging, and then do the same thing on Tuesday. And I'll probably do the same thing today, since I know we're going to dinner tonight, and then the same thing on Tuesday for the lunch. I think my breakfast, I'll just keep it super simple, super low points, and the same with my dinner. So I'm just gonna balance out my day. But if I use my weeklies, it's okay. That's what they're there for. And I can just make up for it, drink lots of water, which I've been doing great on my water. So for my weigh-in, I almost forgot again. That's how I did last week too. I lost 1.2 pounds last week, so I have a total of 5.8 pounds lost since I started back on WW on week 3. So over 3 weeks, I've lost 5.8 pounds, which I am over the moon about and excited. And so let's just keep going. So I will definitely be interested. I'll be very honest with you guys in my next week's weigh-in video with how this week actually went and how many points I used. This week I didn't use, I used weeklies on Friday, I think last week, Friday or Saturday, one of the days I did use weeklies, but I made them up like most of the week. Oh, also because I lost the pound I lost last week, put me in a different bracket or something. So I am actually down to 17 points a day versus 18 points a day. So I did lose a point, but every day I do gain at least 1 or 2 points, or up to 4 points sometimes, depending. Like there's a few days this week I earned back 4 points. So it was really good. So I did make up some of those weeklies, and that's what I kind of plan on doing the rest of this week. And if I can get those workouts in, then hopefully it counteracts, whatever happens. But anyway, you will hear the whole blow by blow next Saturday's weigh-in video, and we'll just talk about how this week went with all of my challenges, and if I was able to hit them head on, and if my little tricks worked. I'll let you know all that. So let me know down in the comment section, how is your week going? If you guys have weighed in already, let me know how that's going, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.